In the sterile symphony of 3D bioprinters whirring like mechanical looms in Shanghai's undercity labs, where vials of stem cell slurry glow under UV halos, the ancient trade in flesh finds its fluorescent rebirth. It's the 27th of October 2025, and the global organ market, once a shadowy bazaar of black market kidneys and coerced corneas, has been laundered into legitimacy. No longer harvested from the desperate or the deceased, organs are engineered on demand, extruded layer by vascular layer from bioinks laced with CRISPR-edited cells. Kidneys for $50,000. Livers for $120,000. Hearts calibrated to your genome for $250,000, delivered via drone to your doorstep, or slotted into your chassis like upgrades for a luxury sedan. But this organ market too isn't just about spares. It's a revolution in identity. Human bodies, once vessels of the soul, are now canvases for commerce branded, bespoke, and barcoded, where your epidermis is equity, and your epidermis is your empire. The pivot began in the biohacker boom of the early 2022s, when United Therapeutics' 3D printed lung prototypes cleared FDA hurdles in 2023, slashing transplant waitlists by 40%. By 2025, companies like Organovo and Defy Aging dominate a $28 billion sector. Their factories sterile silos in Singapore and Silicon Valley, churning 500,000 constructs annually. No donors needed. Pluripotent stem cells, sourced from ethical IPS lines or your own cheek swab, are reprogrammed in orbital centrifuges, printed via extrusion heads that weave tubules finer than spider silk. A kidney arrives in a cryopod, veins pre-mapped to your arteries via AR overlays, implanted in under 2 hours with robotic precision. Rejection. Obsolete genetic matching hits 99.8% via AI-driven epitope prediction, per a Lancet study from June. The market's mantra: print, plug, prosper. Wealthy patients in Dubai queue for designer livers, tuned for alcohol tolerance or xenotransplant hybrids. Pig valves fused with human endothelium, branded as NeoVita Elite. Yet the true transfiguration lies in the branding of the body itself. In this era of elective enhancement, flesh becomes fashion, a walking billboard for biotech conglomerates. Enter BioBrand Corp., the LVMH of limbs, whose 2025 IPO valued at $45 billion minted millionaires from lab techs. Their signature? Signature Series Augmentations, a forearm printed with embedded NFC chips, scanning to your crypto wallet for seamless payments tattooed with Gucci's interlocking G's and bioluminescent ink that pulses with your heartbeat. Want a heart that syncs to Spotify? Medtronic's Rhythm Core implant, 3D printed with conductive graphene lattices, pairs with your Neuralink for haptic feedback during drops. Prices start at $80,000, but exclusivity elevates. Limited edition eyes from Lux Optics. Irises engineered with chameleon pigments that shift hues via app collabs, with Balenciaga Yield Couture corneas, etched with runway motifs, fetching $150,000 on the gray market in Monaco. This commodification cascades into a caste system of the corporeal. The elite tech oligarchs in Singapore's sky penthouses commission full chassis refreshes, entire torsos reprinted annually, skin textured like bespoke leather from your favorite atelier, organs optimized for longevity via telomerase boosters. Brian Johnson, the blueprint billionaire, unveiled his 2025 Eternal Edition at TED. A body 80% printed, branded with his Don't Die logo in subdermal LEDs. Vital signs tokenized as NFTs for investor perks. For the masses, subsidized spares via National Health DAOs your kidney printed for $5,000 if you stake social credit points, but with watermarks. A faint GovPrint scar, or corneas that log views for ad revenue. In Mumbai's organ arcologies, low-income upgrades come with strings. Lungs, sponsored by Big Tobacco's Clean Air 2, laced with nicotine sensors that nudge you toward partner products. The ethics erode like unpatched firmware. Black markets persist, but digitized. Deep web printers churning bootleg pancreases with faulty firmware, laced with malware that hijacks your insulin pump for ransomware. A July scandal rocked the sector when OrganX, a Shenzhen startup, was busted printing ghost organs, untraceable hearts for dissidents, evading UN bio-export bans. Consent? A relic parents opt in kids for future-proof limbs, embedding trackers for safety, per a WHO report warning of a 25% uptick in pediatric enhancements. Bodies as brands breed body dysmorphia. 2. Social feeds flooded with number Bioflex influencers, their arms rippling with printed pecs, pressuring followers into $20,000 bicep buffs. Philosophers decry the desecration. We've turned the temple of the self into a timeshare, laments Yuval Noah Harari in his Autumn Dispatch. As augmented athletes dominate the Olympics, their titanium tendons, branded by Red Bull. Yet the market marches on, a Frankenstein's fair where innovation outpaces introspection. By 2030, projections from McKinsey peg the sector at $150 billion. With full-body franchises, your chassis licensed to advertisers, earning royalties from embedded billboards. Imagine a liver sponsored by Perrier, filtering with fizzy flair, eyes by Ray-Ban, auto-tinting to their latest drop. In this printed paradise, mortality isn't conquered, it's curated. Your form a fusion of filament and fortune. Human bodies, once sacred singularities, now strut as status symbols, organs off the shelf, identities inked in inkjet precision. The organ market, too, isn't salvation. It's a sale, a bazaar where your blueprint buys eternity, one branded beat at a time. As the printers hum into the night, one whisper lingers. In remaking the machine that moves us, have we mended the miracle, or merely merchandised the mortal coil?